Most of people afraid of sickness. When we talk about sickness, we don't like to hear that. And most of people try to avoid to think about it because we feel like sickness is the most scary thing in our life. Everybody afraid of sickness. We have to buy a lot of insurance, save a lot of money to make sure that we will be able to do something when we get sick. Even we cannot avoid it, but we feel more secure, we feel better when we have insurance or when we have money, because we feel like if you have money, if you have good insurance, we will get treated in the good way, in the best way. But in the reality is, even rich people die when they're young. So sickness is like one step, one part of our life. We cannot avoid sickness. It's just everybody have to pass this, have to face it. It's the most important part of our life. I feel afraid of sickness a lot in the past, especially when I think about to quit my job, when I want to change my life, quit my job, went back home in the village where I will have no money, where I cannot buy insurance anymore. The first thing that come up in my head is, when I get sick, what can I do? This is the first fear that I had at that time. I was like other people who are afraid of sickness. But in the same time, I contemplate deeply, why do I afraid of sickness? When sickness is a normal thing, it's one part of my life. It's one step that I have to pass it in my life, at least one time or many times. So nobody avoid it. So when it have to happen, when it will happen, why I have to afraid of it? It's like the sun have to rise and the sun have to set. Why I have to worry about the sunlight, the sunset? Even I worry or not worry, it will rise and set. The same as sickness. Even I afraid of it or not afraid of it, I will get sick and die. So that's normal thing. Why I afraid of some normal thing? When I think deeply, I start to see that I may be not normal, that I afraid of normal thing. So I start to play with my thinking, to investigate my thinking a lot at that time. Why I have to be afraid of sickness so much? And I try to think about everything on this earth always have both sides, positive and negative, good or bad. Everything just like that. Nothing on this earth has only good thing or only bad thing. That's just the truth. That's the normal thing. But why we think sickness has only bad side? There's no good side of sickness at all. I think this is not right understanding. I come back to contemplate more, to see what is the good side of sickness. because we never see any good before. And then I cannot talk with anybody. When I ask people, what is good side of sickness? People said, you're crazy? Why do you want to get sick? Sickness is bad. So I cannot talk with anybody because they think I'm crazy to think about what is the bad side, what is the good side of sickness. But when I contemplate deeply, I can see that sickness is very good thing. It's very important thing for our life. The first thing is sickness is the signal from our body to tell us that we did something wrong. That's why we get sick. If we did not do anything wrong, we will not get sick. So every time when I get sick, I think, oh, it's good sign for my body to tell me to come back and look at myself. What did I do wrong? Instead of ignore it, I will come back to think about myself. Did I eat bad food? Is my food clean enough? Full of germ or chemical or something's not food in there? And then if I cannot find from my food, I will come back to see my work. What kind of work I'm doing now? Am I work too much? Do I work too much? This is my work. I have to be close to radioactivity, with close to chemical. So I need to come back and contemplate what is wrong in my life. If I cannot see anywhere else, I will come back to see my thinking. Sometimes the wrong thinking can lead to difficult sickness. It's difficult to find what is the cause of it. Many times when I come back to my thinking, I can see that, oh, I have the wrong understanding, wrong thinking. Sometimes when I have broken heart, I feel so sad. I cannot eat, I cannot sleep for many days. When I have broken heart, when I was young, I had broken heart very often because I'm so shy, a shy man, a shy young man. I'm not brave enough to talk with women. I just fall in love, but never brave enough to tell those women. And at the end, they agree with some other people. So I have a broken heart. That happened very often with me. And every time I feel very bad. I feel cannot sleep, cannot eat, so sad. And at the end, I got ulcer, I got stomach ache often. So this is the wrong thinking for me. Why I feel so sad when someone did not love me? Because everybody have different need, different love, different perspective about who do they want to be with. I maybe not fit what their criteria is. So it's okay for them to looking for a new person. So I need to open my mind. That's the truth, that's the way it should be. But I just think about myself that I did the best. Why she did not love me? I sacrificed so much. I did the best already. So it's not about me, it's about them. This is a misunderstanding. This is the wrong thinking. So when I start to think like this more, I feel relaxed. Oh, when I broken heart, that means we cannot get along well. We have different thinking, different idea. So everybody need to get the best for themselves. So she need to find the person who she think it will be the best for her. I have to find another person. There are so many people on this earth. Why I have to feel sad about it? when I got sick, this helped me to come back to think about what did I do wrong. The wrong thinking caused so much problem in my life. So many times when I get sick, I come back to myself, I can see that my thinking is a big mistake. That helped a lot. So I feel like sickness is good thing for me. It helped me to go back to myself and contemplate more. What did I do wrong? What did is not fair? It's not based on the truth in my life. So to think in this way, I think sickness is good because it reminds me to come back to see the cause of the problem inside me before it's too late. Before that, I never think like this. When I feel bad, I get fever. Instead of come back to investigate what happened with my body, I don't care. I just go buy paracetamol. Take paracetamol, decrease my fever and go work. That means I ignore myself a lot. I ignore myself. I did not pay attention of myself. I give the first prioritize for something outside, but myself is the last thing I have to think about. So I live like that for most of my life. I did not appreciate myself. I did not love myself. I worked so much. I did a lot of things, but I did not do for myself because I don't listen to the signal from myself. So this means I live in the ignorant way. When I was young, I worked very hard. My body said, you need to sleep. The body sent a signal to me. Tell me to sleep. Make me sleepy. But I don't listen to that signal. I drank coffee or energizer drink so I can have more energy to work more. And I keep doing that. The body can't tolerate it anymore. So the body sends another signal to me. I feel fever, I feel hot. Fever, don't feel good. The body tells me that I need to stop. But I just take paracetamol and work. And at the end, it's too late. Get serious sickness. So this is the impact from when I ignore the signal from myself. So sickness is good thing. It helped me to come back to myself, to think about my life is number one on this earth. I need to love myself. I need to love my body. I have to do the best for myself. I need to eat very good food for myself. It helped me to change my diet a lot. I start to eat more organic food. I stop eating junk food more and more and more. That make a big change in my life. So sickness is good thing for me in this way. And then the second thing, I think the biggest benefit of sickness is only one thing that bring me back to be with myself easily. In normal life, I did not be with myself. I was not with myself. My mind is outside all the time. When I was young, my mind is with movie star, with the famous singer, with politician that I love, with some people who I in love with, or some people who I hate them. So my mind just outside. It's with work, with money, with my boss, with everything outside. Never come back to myself. When I am not be with myself, I have no time to understand myself. So I just keep working, keep running, but I don't know what I'm running for. But when I got sick, I have headache seriously. I have bad fever. Even I took medicine, it did not help much. I have to be with that feeling for a long time. I cannot avoid it. I cannot run away from it. That is the time I have to be with myself when I get sick. When I have to be with my headache feeling, my nauseous feeling for a long time. Even I try my best, I cannot solve the problem. At the end, I need to lie down and observe that feeling. When I observe that feeling, my headache is very bad. It boop, 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 boop inside my head. Sometimes I feel like my head will explode. But I cannot do anything, just lie down and watching that feeling. What I learned is, after I watching it for a while, watch that feeling for a while, I can see that the pain rising up very high. It seems like I can't stand it anymore. It will explode, I will die. I just lie down there and watching it. Observe it. Don't against it. Don't run away from it, because I cannot do anything. What I can do is just observe it. And then not very long, it going down. I feel good when it going down. Not very long, it go up again. And it feel very bad again. But not very long, going down. I keep watching my pain, my fever, my headache like this for a long time. And at the end, I discover that it's just my feeling. My feeling is go up. It seems like I can't stand it anymore. But not very long, it going down. I feel normal again. And up and down, up and down. That is what I learned from observing my feeling. And when it come up again, I will tell myself that let it go. Soon it will come down. Not very long, it come down, I feel normal again. And it come up again. I tell it, soon it will come down. It come down again. When I keep doing like this, I start to ignore my feeling. When I can ignore my feeling, those pain did not go away, but it did not torture me so much. It did not hurt me so much. I feel better and better. So, when I observe this feeling of myself, this is the chance that I start to understand my feeling very well. My feeling is myself. It's one part of myself. So, it's the part that I always ignore it. I never observe it. I never understand the character of my feeling. I always run away from bad feeling and run after good feeling. But I never just sit and observe it like this. When I observe it like this, what I experience is, I found that the world has no problem. Only our feeling has problem. When I not follow my feeling, everything just normal. When I don't feel it, when I don't follow my headache feeling, that feeling of headache did not disturb me much at all. I can lie down there and enjoy my breathing easily. So, when I get sick, it become the most important period of time in my life. That is the only time that I come back to be with myself, be with my feeling, and understand my feeling. I'm very close to myself at the time. When I understand my feeling, I have less worry. I can let it go. I feel pain or dizziness or any feeling that I don't like it, it not disturb me anymore. We cannot get rid of the feeling. Bad and good is there all the time. But how can I be with it without let that feeling control my life? This part, it helped me a lot. So for me, sickness is very good thing because it helped me to come back to be with myself. I come back to be with myself. When I be with myself long enough, I will understand myself. And I know that what is the most important thing. What is the first priority thing in my life is my life, my body, myself. Before that, I never think about it. I can risk to do many things in my life. I can risk to go drink whiskey, get drunk very bad, just to please my friend or some people. That means I ignore myself. Sometimes I risk to do some work that it can hurt me, hurt myself. That kind of work is not healthy. Sometimes I risk myself to eat bad food. I don't know what is it. I take it. Take drugs. It's risky. That means I did not take care of myself good enough. When I come back to be with myself more, it helped me to feel like I'm so lucky. I still breathing now. I still alive. I'm so lucky. I still alive. I can breathe. Even I have nothing, but I still breathing. That's the most precious time in my life. So, many people think sickness is bad, but for me, that's good side of sickness too. When we can see positive and negative in one thing, that means my mind is not understand that thing good enough. That means I did not know that thing good enough. Just afraid of it. Like in the past, I afraid of sickness because I don't know what is sickness. But now, when I know that sickness is like my teacher, my parents, who love me so much, who want to remind me all the time when I did something wrong, when I did something dangerous. So, sickness is the great teacher.